Hello, hello! Pete's Packs here, and we're live with our April 26th live stream. And we have a new package. This came in late yesterday. Now, I kind of have an idea of what this is. So, not entirely sure, but it seems like this is going to be poker decks. It was from Gambler's Warehouse, which is a company I have interacted with a few times in the past, and they have never disappointed. So, for those of you who are not aware, I also collect, esoteric poker decks and tarot decks because I really love the form, and they're cool. Okay, so we got a box. Went from a bag to a box. What's in the box? Okay. Levi Patton. Hi, Levi. How are you doing? Thank you. It's from the MagicCon Philadelphia Festival in a Box. So I was lucky enough to get my hands on 3 of the Festival in a Box when they were doing their release. And today we have a package. No idea. Well, I have a slight idea of what it is. I know it came from Gambler's Warehouse, but beyond that, I'm not sure. So this could be like poker decks. It could be one of the many accessories that I've bought from them over the years that haven't shipped yet. I'm pretty sure this is from a Kickstarter. I'm doing well. Stayed up a little late, so the stream's a little later than normal. I was recording March of the Machine Commander deck openings. I only have one left to do, and that's Growing Threat. And then we're going to do a collector's sample booster set. Ooh, I know what these are. These are a limited edition set of pinup poker decks based on pinup decks that were done in the 1940s. So these should all be roughly World War II era. So these should all be numerated. I don't see any number seals on them. So that's a thing. Yeah, so what area are you from? Do you play Magic, or you just like seeing stuff opened? Like, what's up? I really should keep a pair of scissors in here. I used to have a pair, but I don't know what happened to them. An unguarded blade can be kind of a dicey proposition sometimes. Alright. Oh, they are numerated. Cool. They're just numerated on the seal stamp. Toss that in recycling. Get the package Shmoo off the map, or off the mat. Alright, so it looks like we got one non-enumerated one, and then we got 90 of 100 and 81 of 100. And for the light deck, we got one non-enumerated, got 84 of 100, and 40 of 100. Wow. Kind of low numbers there. All right, let's switch over to our dot cam, see if we can get slightly better up close shot. Document cam, there we go. So these are the reverse of the card, or of the decks. The numerated ones should be effectively the same. Now these were produced in Ukraine last year. So those are our enumerated ones. This is our non-enumerated one. I believe the enumerated ones have gilded edges, but I will not be opening them today. So we will put those to the side. As you can see, that's upside down. But art by Sviatoslav Pastruk, produced by the NPCC in Ukraine, 2022. Very cool. Since we have two non-enumerated packs, we will open those up. See if we can find the seal breaks. There we go. Seal break found. And I like to leave the body wrap on. And I just remove the seal cap. Seal break on this one is miscut. So it's going to be interesting. It's all right, we can solve that. Oh, that's super dark. Here, let's see if we can. Yeah, it's a little closer. Yeah, up to anything interesting today? My plan is to work on booking up the commander cards from Phyrexia All Will Be One after we go through this. These should be safe for work pinups also. So, in fact, I'm going to verify that real quick. Kickstarter. Backed projects, view all. I have backed a lot of projects. Let's see, I received those. Received those. Then a military playing cards, battle time editions. Playing cards dedicated to the armed forces of Ukraine. Oh, these shipped mid-March. They just came in yesterday. Let's make sure that these are safe for work. Yes, they're mildly suggestive. There should be nothing explicit in these. And there should be another set coming. There should be another set coming in a pseudo ammo crate kind of deck box. Okay. Cool. So we can open these on stream. Last thing I want is to get dinged for something totally innocent, but you know how community guidelines can be. So we're going to cut our deck stamp or deck seal. On the tuck. And let's see what we have. Well, that's neat. A little mussed up, but there's art inside of the tuck box, which is neat. Don't see that very often. And the art extends all the way into the tuck box and all the way around. Kind of hard to see, but very nice. Fight, you'll overcome. Nice piece there. Okay. We've got blonde Joker, brunette Joker. We have the ace is more like a military rank, or I don't know the rankings of the Ukrainian military, so I do like that it has a simulated texture for print on canvas. Looks like the number cards are pretty standard. The face cards are an up. Which is alright. Number cards we can skip through. Stack those out. Have ace. Let's see, diamonds apparently done pretty well. So jack. Yeah. Now we're down to our number cards. Okay, well the ace of spades is a little different. So additional pen up there. King of spades. Okay. Nice. And our jack. And we just have number cards and an extra one of these, which we actually already had one. And then the backs off different symbols for their armed forces. Very cool. All around a nice, good set of poker cards. Diamonds, clubs and hearts. Very cool. All right, now for the other set. I believe these have different pinups between the two sets. These also have an interior printed tuck box. Looks like the same printing on that tuck box. Jokers appear to be slightly different. Okay, ace is the same. They appear to be the same. Pretty sure they're the same. Okay. These are hearts. Yeah, these are the same. Oh well. Very nice set of decks either way. Though I think the ace of spades may be different. It looks like everything else is the same. Yep. All right. I know most people don't come here for poker deck content. It's just a fun little hobby of my own. Oh, we actually missed something. And there's that. All right. Move those out of the way. Can start on booking up stuff from March of the Machine. Not March of the Machine. New Phyrexia, all will be one. Oh boy. Once we switch back to the webcam. So we've got our first 20 or so already put in the book. Goes up to 28. Means through here is occupied. So we'll start the other side of this. And get going from there. So the other, or the secondary enumeration on these starts at kind of a weird point. So we've got 89 there. $79 is the lowest I have here. $91, $86, $83. Okay, $89 is in here. So far, Marshall Coup is the lowest number that I have. See, lands are all up in the 150s. Oh, we're down. We have it down to 69 now. Fumigate. Now this is both commander decks split out into play sets. Normally with commander, I will do, depending on how many are in the set, if it's under 120 distinct cards, I'll do one slot per card. If it's over, generally I will do 2 slots per distinct card. That way we can split play sets in such a way that the book doesn't overfill. These have a real issue of they don't supply enough headroom, which is the space between the binding and the first card slot, so that it doesn't like lever out once you start filling things up. So start with white. Oh, I got a stack that wants to slide around. All right. So 85, 2, 77, 72, 70. 70 there. Yeah, it's 72. 73. 77. 79. 80. 81. 82. 83. 5. That is 86. 87, 88. Cool. Got most of 80 fleshed out. Got Battle Screech going down to 59. Okay. $78 is mask. There's some more white stuff. A whole lot more white stuff, actually. That is all of the white. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. I think Battle Screech is the lowest numbered of the cards. Let's see. $68, 7, 6, 5, 4. $63 should be in there. 210, 78 to there. Okay, so we've got 59, 60, 1, 2, 63, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 69, nice. 71, 2, 3, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 9. Okay, yep. That should be everything enumerated in. All right, so that means, okay, so we've got 28 is the end of the base enumeration for the exclusive cards, for the exclusive commander cards. We have up through 20 because that's everything that comes in the deck. Then there's 8 cards that are only available in set and collector boosters. And then everything that is in the deck itself is also available in borderless. So how does that work? So that'll go up to 56. But 59 is our first one from there. I'm going to have to look up the contents on Scryfall. Because that enumeration does not make sense. Scryfall. And we're going to do set ONC. There's 174 distinct cards. We want everything sorted by set number. We want checklist so we can get all 174 cards on list at once. Okay, so what in the world are these? This banner, Norton's Choirmaster, Decree, Story, Staff of the Storyteller. It's 48. It's the borderless. Actually, staff, yeah, staff is 10, but also 48. What? Oh, are those enumerated separately? They are. Okay. the cardboard inserts are enumerated separately. That's interesting. What did I do with all of those? I just have 2 right here. I don't think I tossed them. They don't... Oh, no, they're just still intermixed. Okay, cool. That is interesting that they decided to do it that way. But we can use that to our advantage to shift the to shift one of the pages forward by 6 places. Which is advantageous. Okay. That's very interesting. So that explains where our extra 2 spots are coming from. Glistening Sphere Borderless is 58. Then we have 59 as Battle Screech. And that's where we can start splitting out. So, actually, we can do that even differently. That requires changing up how we already have some things. See, 174 is our total. Plus tokens, yeah, we should be fine to just split all of these into double outs. It does mean having to pull everything and split them. So, we'll go ahead and do that. Stack these. We'd much rather have these split into pairs than overstacked. So overstacking eventually does damage to the book. Also just makes it a lot more difficult to get things in and out. Stretching out the pages is not great. The alternate version the alternate layout that some people do is they only do face pages. So like you'll have 4 ofs on this page, nothing on this page, 4 ofs on this page. And do it that way, but I don't like the way that looks. I wish these books were big enough, which they would need to be at least 620. Do it to where I could just have 4 of each. But these only hold 480. So they would need to give us an extra, 12 pages? Something like that. So, it's all good. Alright, now we just need sleeves. We're gonna need 2 packs for this, but we'll just use 1 to begin with. Oh man, looks like Levi left us. Oh well. Excel, a sign of Atroxa. Yeah, doubling up on these just looks better. Now these decks did have a card that has made a bit of a splash in Legacy, and that's Staff of the Storyteller. So definitely an interesting card. The thing that's frustrated me since Commander products first started coming out is because they're eternal legal. They're legal in Legacy and Vintage. And that puts additional pressure on players that play Legacy and Vintage to either have to pick up Commander products, thereby propping up numbers, because we're buying 4 of them instead of 1, generally. Or it makes this weird secondary market spike on some of those cards. Because most people are just buying 1 of them, you effectively need to get 4 people to consider selling a card that is good enough to be played in Legacy and Vintage. Which is a hard ask, most of the time. So, because if it's good in Legacy and Vintage, it's probably good in Commander. I'm not going to say that's always the case, but if it's from a Commander product and it's good enough to see play in Legacy and Vintage, it's probably a pretty good card. So, you know, kind of makes sense. All right. Now this is a setup that I started doing with like Brothers War and all of that. Generally, if there's 2 Commander decks in a set, it works. If there's 3, you can sort of make it work. Once you get into the ones that have 4 and 5, like Streets of New Capenna, March of the Machine, stuff like that, and the layout kind of falls apart, but then you have to split it between 2 books. So it's kind of a pain, but it is what it is. Like anything where the total number of distinct cards is above 240. And I generally like to include tokens in that, because I don't really like separating tokens from the things that rely on them. So keeping the tokens in the same book make a pretty big difference. And we should have plenty of space for tokens. It's at 174 plus 6, so 180 times 2, that's 360. Well, no, so Sorry, 174 minus 2. $172 times 2 would be 144 plus 8. Or 244 plus 8 is 252. No, it's 352. My brain is not mathing very well right now. 352 out of 480. So that leaves us with 128 extra slots to put tokens. And we get 10 tokens per deck, and we have 8 decks, so we can actually have our decks, or our tokens, single packed, which is nice. And also leaves us a little bit of room for spare stuff. So, that is a thing. Because the nice thing about doing doubles is that they lay flat for the most part, and they don't get that peak right here. I mean, this one is still doing it because we had 4 in it previously, but tends to work out a bit better. Okay, I need to take a look at that later. Do. Plus side is once we have this finished up, that'll clear out an entire bundle box for us. And at some point, I really need to get around to booking Phyrexia All Will Be One, the base set. But the commander set's just kind of been a thorn in my side, It's been sitting on my desk. So. Teen. $18. $19. $20. Let's see, what's in let's see, listing sphere. Okay, so then we've got Skyhunter Strike Force. $2 and some change. Mirage Mockery, we pulled a few of those. Synthesis Pod. Monumental Corruption. Chiskora Forge Titan. Tangleweave Armor. Lux Artillery. Artet. Huh. To be very clear, I do not like that they make set booster exclusive cards that are in the commander set that take up slots, and then like I just don't like the way the layout's done on that. It just doesn't seem right. Hey Walter, how's it going, man? Let's see, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. Today we are booking up. We are rebooking part of and first booking the rest of the Phyrexia OLV1 commander stuff, which has just been languishing, sitting around, that I've been needing to book for a while. Also, the way they enumerated the set is just messed up. So no matter how I set it out, we're going to be starting a set, or we're going to be starting a set of pages off by 2 because of the way the setup is. Which is not fun for my brain. Like, off by 1s are bad enough. Off by 2s are just like, what the fuck? It's all good. It's a good day. We're above ground. Sun's shining. Making magic. Or we're not making magic. We're getting to do stuff with magic, so it's a good day. So, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's 8 cards that are not in the decks that are in the numeration for the commander stuff that are only in set boosters. I don't know why that annoys me as much as it does, but it does. Let's see, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 42. 48. 54. 60. And that'll actually be 49 or 59. This is just a split delimiter, effectively. Yeah, this is gonna mess with stuff, and I don't like it, but it is what it is. Alright. So how are you doing? How are things going? Doing a late stream because I stayed up too late last night. Doing commander or making videos for the commander decks. I still have one left. So that's the whole thing. 5960. Yeah, we are going to be perpetually off by 2. So ideally, these 2 would be down here. Actually, does it even make sense to do that? Why am I setting myself off by 2 when I can put these in the very back? It won't affect anything. And then I won't be dealing with off by 2s. That's fine. Why am I being dumb? I can be pragmatic about this. Yeah. When I was doing single stacks, the off by 2 made more sense, but yeah, this just works out cleanly. Doing a double split. Yeah, okay. Dumb moment averted. I like that this has Court of Grace in it. Card that I've been wanting to use more, but didn't have copies of. So at the beginning of the stream, I went over a set of pinup poker decks that I got from Ukraine. So that's a cool thing that came in. Yeah, it was safe for work pinups, but I got 4 enumerated decks in 2 different styles. Hi, Random Dawning. How are you? So, for those that are unaware, Random Dawning is my partner. Whom I care about very much. So in some of the earlier streams, I had not quite put 2 and 2 together who Random Dawning was, because I forgot that has been their username everywhere, forever, and sometimes I have dumb moments. So it's like, oh, that's cool. And yeah, talking about one of the pre-releases, I'm like, yeah, that sounds a lot like what happened with my partner. And I'm like, wait a minute. Isn't that the username they've been using forever? Yes it is. Reminds me of a time where I got in an argument on Reddit with one of my roommates at the time. Didn't even realize it was my roommate until we had been arguing for like 3 or 4 days. And we both sat down, like we were both sitting down eating, and we were like, yeah, I've been arguing with this asshole. That's like, had a totally awful opinion on this thing. I'm like, yeah, I've been too. This guy's been a real jerk. And his argument's completely baseless. And I'm like, huh, what subreddit are you in? Like, r/ whatever. Like, oh, that's funny. That's where I've been having my argument too. Like, wait a minute. It was one of those, wait, you really believe that? Kind of moments. You find out that you and your roommate are in polar opposites of the political spectrum. Like, ooh. I mean, like, polar opposites. Like, he's in quadrant 1, I was in quadrant 3. I'm still in quadrant 3. So, and for those of you that don't remember algebra, look at a quadrant sometime. Or look at an axis sometime. It'll make sense. So on your x quadrant, or on your not quadrant, on your x-axis you have left and right, and on your y-axis you have authoritarian and anti-authoritarian, or as it's called in Europe, libertarian. Unfortunately, in the United States, we have a political party that has taken over the term libertarian and changed it to mean something that it doesn't mean. But it is what it is. Co-opting language is a thing that happens often in politics. Yeah, funny enough, we actually continued to be roommates for like another year after that whole incident. Um, it was definitely a little more tense. Um, and to tell you how far back this was, Bush was still president. Not the first Bush, the kid Bush. No, I was about to say the war criminal, but I guess they're both war criminals. But, like, that is not a clear distinction. The younger Bush, not the older Bush. The one that wasn't CIA director under Reagan. Yeah. It's been a minute. And that was 3 presidencies ago. Wow. Huh. I just hope that the current Republican Party doesn't try to do what the Reagan administration did after Carter. I wish we could get rid of... Wait, what? I wish we could have got Shadow over Innistrad remastered in paper. See, the funny thing is, they've done several remastered sets now in paper. Like, they did Time Spiral remastered, they did Dominaria remastered. And while they sold fairly well, they also overprinted. They overprinted Time Spiral remastered. They vastly underprinted it for demand. But then they overprinted Dominaria remastered. So the likelihood that we're going to see and they overprinted Double Feature, which was essentially a variant of Innistrad remastered. But because they overprinted twice, they're more likely to be a bit gun shy about that. What I really wish they would do is do a Vintage Masters where they just print power. I know they're not going to do that, at least not for a long time. But they did it on Moto, and it was a fantastic. Not only is it a fantastic set to draft, but it's what allows Vintage to even happen on Moto. It's the only reason we have access to Vintage staples on Moto, such as the Moxen and Lotus and the rest of Power 9. So the man can wish, but it would have been nice if they had. It might have been nice if they'd done that. I probably wouldn't have bought it because I played during Shadows over Innistrad. I'll be honest, Shadows over Innistrad was kind of miserable to play. Like, it was not a very good sealed format, and it was not fun in standard. Like, because they really over pushed the Eldrazi and some of the werewolves, and that shit was broken. Like, it was way too good. Like, that's where we got Eldritch Evolution from, which is still causing issues in Modern and Pioneer now. It actually created an entire new variant of Grishol brand, which was one of the Modern decks at the time. So, but one of those instances of, you think you want that, but I don't think you know. But I don't know that you know what you're asking for there. Like, I get in concept that it seems like a good idea, but are you sure? Like, are you sure you're sure? Time Spiral Remastered was a blast. I don't know if you got to play any of that. I mean, Time Spiral was also a blast the first time around. But that was almost 20 years ago now. Which, now that I'm just saying that out loud, makes me feel kind of old. I'm working on building a werewolf deck, and I'm still working on my vampire deck. Yeah, that's cool. What kind of angle are you taking with it? Like, what are you basing it around? Obviously vampires and werewolves, but I mean, it's like, do you have is it just general synergy? Is it specific combo? Just a lot of aggression? What kind of thing are you building? Also, I am just beyond ready to be done with Phyrexians. Which, this is exactly how I felt during Scars of Meriden block. What was the third set in Scars of Meriden block? The Scars of Meriden, New Phyrexian, and Meriden Besiege? Is that it? They're just tribal decks? Okay. I don't build it around just one thing. Yeah, decks would probably be better if I did. Just, I like different things. Yeah, I like building toolboxy decks. I like having a lot of different answers for things. But I also like to have kind of a, not even kind of, I like to have a really focused plan A, but then I also like to have plan B through Z, or B through Z. I also like to have a lot of synergy in what I play. I have several friends that are like, "Oh, then why don't you like Commander?" It's like, I don't like Commander because it is a garbage format. You have too much consistency with your commander. You are taking out way too much variance, which in effect takes out too much interesting stuff from the deck. And it lets people, lean on bad deck building habits. But, that's just my take on it. I'm not going to yuck somebody else's yum. It's just not for me. All right. So now that we're to Windborn Muse, what is the next batch of cards? Oh my god. There we go. All right, 91. We have black is next. Well, there's only 5 distinct black cards? Wow. Means that's all going to fit just on this page. That's so weird. That's all of the black cards that aren't reprints from Phyrexial will be one. Yes, Commander is absolutely being catered to too much. I am really tired of it taking over everything. Because it's just not an enjoyable format for me. And the more they focus on it, the more fun it drains out of everything else. And the more interesting stuff gets drained out of everything else to just keep pouring money into this product that is not getting them the returns that they're looking for, and they're cannibalizing other products, like other product lines within Magic to do it, and that's just sad. And it's overall destructive to the game. But I don't know. All right. Well, got all the black booked up, just about. Next is red. There's only 7 distinct red cards. Okay, so we have landed on page boundary. I'm going to take a short break to stretch my legs a bit and get something to drink. So we will be right back. One of these, Walter, did you get a chance to send over an email with that guy's contact information that does the logos and stuff and branding for streaming or for streaming and or YouTube stuff? Because I'm really interested in looking into that. Because that's one of the big things that the channel's missing is proper branding. So at some point I need to make a be right back screen that I can play. Also need to figure out how to do that. But that is secondary to actually making the screen. Where's I have a little be right back thingy that I use, and I don't know where I put it. What the hell? Oh, there it is. And it is now noon. All right, we will be right back. I am going to mute and be back in a few minutes. All right, and we're back. So next up is red. So we got green here. That's all green. Oh, there's some of the red. Okay. And in there. It should be in this stack. There we go. There's all the red. It's all 7 pieces. Thanks. Thank you, Random Doning. It's good to be back. 6, 7. All right. First off is Chain Reaction and Dragon Master Outcast. Right. So while I was on break, I checked some emails and lined up a potential interview for later this week. So hopefully that goes well. Things have been kind of weird on the job hunting front lately. So the industry as a whole is in a lot of, the IT industry has been in a lot of flux lately because of a lot of layoffs. So it's kind of abysmal out there as far as finding positions. And there's a lot of ghost positions too, which there is nothing more frustrating than finding what appears to be the perfect position, applying for it, and then finding out that the position doesn't actually exist. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Random Dawning. It's been kind of rough. I mean, you already know that, but it's hard to stay. It's really difficult to stay motivated when that kind of stuff keeps happening. But as Churchill once said, though, never give up, never surrender. But sometimes it's hard. The only downside to a new position will be that streaming will either go earlier in the day or later. The one thing about taking the time that I've taken since November is that I've been able to get a lot of things done that I needed to get done. I really needed to take some time to catch up on things that have kind of fallen by the wayside. But time for that is up. Let's see, 103 to 113. Or 104. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 10, 3, 6, 10. Okay. Let's see. First is Beast Within. But 4, 5. So, on the bright side, I've always been super paranoid about putting away money. So, we were able to carry through off of effectively zero income. For quite some time, which you know, 10 years ago, being able to do this, just, it wouldn't have been possible. Let's see, Blight Mamba, carrion call. So it's been good. Like, the ability to take that time has been good. It's much needed. But we are coming to the end of that. So, need to find something. Also in this weird position where whatever I find really needs to be remote. Because of other responsibilities that I have, but a lot of companies are trying to pull back on remote work at the moment, which is not great. We'd made a lot of progress during the pandemic with remote work, and a lot of companies realized that, or a lot of workers realized that their jobs did not need to be in an office. Like, there was no real reason for them to be in an office, but then there was a really big backlash once we started to come out of lockdowns and everything else. It's just a lot of old reactionary thinking coming back. Let's see, we have Mycosynth Fiend and Noctis. Then we have Swarmlord and Scavenging Ooze. And last we have Radiant Corruptor. But I've always been a really big advocate for remote work and for workers' rights. It's just in my nature. and doesn't always work out. Doesn't always work out well. Sometimes that gets seen as, threatening behavior by management. But it's one of those things that hopefully, as an economy, we will become more mature and move past the late stage capitalism point that we're at now. But because the way society is now, it's like, unless you are obscenely wealthy, you end up in a position where you either have to sell your time or risk, risk starving to death, which is not great. Not where we want to be. That is the society that we live in, and it can only change so much so fast. All right, now we have multicolored. All right, there's 3. Go ahead and separate artifacts and lands, because that will be the next set. So stack of stack of lands, artifacts, more lands. Artifacts, lands, multicolor, artifacts, multicolor, lands. Artifacts, multicolor, lands, artifacts, lands. Okay, cool. So our first one is Adriana, Captain of the Guard. Go. Okay. It's 114. 6. 5, 6. Next is assemble the Legion Boros Charm. Boros Charm. Assemble the Legion. Followed by Culling Ritual, Heroic Reinforcements. Heroic Reinforcements, Culling Ritual. Followed by Dorkadim and Merciless Eviction. Merciless Eviction, Dorkadim. Cool. Symbol. Boros Charm. Symbol. Boros Charm. Culling Ritual. Culling Ritual. Heroic Reinforcements. Heroic Reinforcements. Merciless Eviction. Merciless Eviction. Dorkadim. Dorkadim. Okay. That's done. Wait, what? Oh, those are flipped. Dang it. Oh well. Easy to fix. Next we have Moldervine Reclamation. Mortify. Putrefy. And then Rip Apart. Yep. Right. Three, four. All right. All right. Now we are on to artifacts. All right, we've got Arcane Signet, Boros Signet. Nice. Arcane. Boros. And Arcane. Boros. Or Boros, rather. Very nice. All right, next 6. We have Chromatic Lantern, Commander Sphere. Okay, we're looking for our C's. And an extra playset of Arcane Signet, apparently. And an extra set of Command Spheres. Chromatic. Well, looks like we've got an extra Felwar Stone, which is our next one. Golgari Signet. Extra Felwar Stone. And Grafted Exoskeleton. Okay. Okay. All right, we're down to our last 5 in this pack, so we need another pack. Oh, okay. Why does it seem like I'm always running out of sleeves? I mean, I know I go through an obnoxious amount of them, but it always feels like I'm running out. Power Stone. It's the third one. Fourth one, rather. It's there. Oh my god. All the notifications. Chromatic Lantern. Chromatic Lantern. And it's Commander Sphere, Contagion Clasp. Contagion Clasp is one of those cards that I wish they would just go ahead and downshift to a common. From what I understand, it's always been printed as an uncommon, but I would really, really like for it to be a common. Then we have Golgari Signet. Then Grafted Exoskeleton. Then I'm going to have to find another pack of sleeves. Which I thought I had like 2 packs over here at the desk, but I guess I went through them already. Which is not unheard of. Oh, here's a pile of them. Pile of sleeves. This will probably be enough to get through where we're at. Alright. We are to Grafted Exoskeleton. Ichor Claw Mirror is our next one. Idol of Oblivion. Loxodon Warhammer. Mask of Memory. Mindstone, Mirror, Battlesphere. Okay. And Mirror Battlesphere. Very nice. Alright. Next up we have Plague Mirror, Soul Ring. Should have two, yep. We have an extra Soul Ring, Plague Mirror. Solemn Simulacrum, Soul Guide Lantern, Talisman of Conviction, Trailblazer's Boots. Alright. That is the end of the artifacts. Yep. So anyone in chat have anything exciting going on this week? It doesn't have to be especially exciting, just anything at all. I've got an interview coming up, and then F&M on Friday. F&M is always exciting. Still not entirely sure what I want to play. I know I don't want to play what I played last week. Thought it was going to be more interesting than it was, and it was not. No excitement here. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes life be like that. It's not always exciting. Hey, if it was always if everything was always exciting, then nothing would be exciting. You might make a small change to your soldier stack. Oh, the thing about adding Archangel Elspeth. So it looks like we have 3 of them. The 2 normal ones and a borderless foil. So. And there is a card you may want to consider swapping something out for. I don't know what you would want to swap out for it, but Dusk Legion Duelist is very strong. Especially with Siege Engineer, I think it is. The 3-drop that puts counters on things. There's a 2-drop that synergizes with it extremely well, that whenever it gets a +1/+1 counter, you draw a card. Which in Soldiers is just so good. I think you can only do it once a turn, but you can do it on both turns. And it's just really strong. And there's a couple of sideboard cards you may want to swap out. Yeah, I'm not sure. Alright, getting things off, we have Pajuka Bog, Boros Garrison. Boros Garrison. Pajuka Bog. Yeah, Dusk Legion Duelist, I think, may be an even better fit, because it is a 2-drop. We have Buried Ruin, Canopy Vista. Canopy Vista. We have Castle Ardenvale, Castle Embereth. And Tower is a double. Castle Ardenvale, Castle Embereth. And that's everything for this page. Which one's the scout? Is that the one that you pay 4 into to look at your top few, or? Because the scout is really good, but I don't know if you use it well. A lot of lists that I've been seeing actually have moved entirely to mono white, dropping Harbin and the Skyclave Captain. But I don't know if I agree with that. The 3-1? Oh, Intrepid Scout. Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. A lot of lists have already dropped him. Command Tower, Exotic Orchard. Do you remember how many you're running? Exotic Orchard is an extra. Command Tower. Because we only have 2 Dusk Legion duelists so far. You're running 4. Well, if you swap them out for 2 Dusk Legion duelists, and I mean, you're normally playing him as a 4-drop anyway, so 2 Dusk Legion duelists and 2 Elspeth replacing the 4 Intrepid Scout is a direct slot in. It slightly raises your curve, but not that much. Because I mean, you were generally playing him as a 4-drop anyway. Yeah. I mean, that seems like a pretty good path. So we can go ahead and pull those and swap it out, and then your deck will be ready. There's a new 1-drop instant that gives you and creatures you control hexproof until end of turn. It's a single white. And then it prevents all damage that black and red creatures would deal to, or prevents all black and red damage to creatures you control until end of turn that you may want to put in your sideboard, because that card is quite possibly the best card in the set. You're going to make that change? Okay. So if Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, Forgotten Cave, Fortified Village, Fury Calm Snarl, which is just an oxymoron, Fury Calm Snarl, Karn's Bastion. Karn's Bastion. Then the next page is Carekeep, Croson Verge, Myriad Landscape, yes, Surge of Salvation is the card I'm thinking of. It is a very good card. Okay, apparently there was a disconnect for a second there. Myriad Landscape, Necroblossom Snarl, Path of Ancestry, Necroblossom Snarl, Path of Ancestry, Sandstep Citadel. Right there. Okay. Six, 2, 6. Yeah, Surge of Salvation is busted. That card is really good. I mean, like, it is just a ridiculous card on its own. I would not be surprised if that card gets banned. It's so good. Because it reminds me heavily of a card that did get banned in Standard for green, Veil of Summer. Veil of Summer was so good, it got banned in Standard while, like, when it was getting reprinted in the next set. Like, which is ridiculous. Because it's in both, I think, Theros Beyond Death. It's either Theros Beyond Death or Eldraine. No, it's an Eldraine, and it's in either 20 or 21. M20. Yeah, it's an Eldraine and M20. And oh my god, that card is ridiculous. Like, it sees Legacy play, it sees Vintage play, it sees Pioneer play, it sees Modern play, and it saw Standard play. The card is just nutter butters. And Surge of Salvation is arguably a better card in many instances. The only downside is it doesn't replace itself. Like, if it drew a card, it would just be a better white version of Veil of Summer. Granted, Veil of Summer probably has more utility in that it hits blue and black, so it hits the two main disruption colors, but that card is bonkers. it's probably going to end up being the best card in the entire set, and it's an uncommon. So I think I'm still streaming. Hopefully everything is still connected. There was a little disconnect issue for a second there. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like I'm still connected. But I would say those 3 changes. I'm not sure what you'd take out in the board, because I haven't looked at your board in a while. That's definitely where I would go with it. -2 or -4 Intrepid Adversary, +2 Dusk Legion Duelist, +2 Archangel Elspeth. I mean, Intrepid Adversary is good, but or not Adversary. Intrepid Scout was good, but I feel like cards are probably better than life right now. Like, drawing cards is probably better than lifelink at the moment. So, I'm not entirely sure. Okay. Alright, Sandstep Citadel, what's the last one? Where are we at after that? Alright, so we're at Secluded Steppe. Secluded Steppe. Shine Shadow Snarl. That name is cruel to people with a lisp. Slayer's Stronghold. Great card. Sungrass Prairie. Tainted Field and Tainted Wood. Okay. Then we have Temple of Malady, Temple of Plenty, Temple of Silence, Temple of the False God, Temple of Triumph, so 5 temples, and Windbrisk Heights. That is... Oh, that is all the lands. Oh, stretch. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 6. Okay. Slayer Stronghold. Field. Tainted Wood. Sungrass Prairie. Down to our last page. All right. Temple. Nope. No. Windbrisk. Temple. Temple. All right. Yep. All right. That is the entirety of the commander decks. Done everything that wasn't a reprint from March of the Machine. Or not March of the Machine, but Phyrexia All Will Be One is now booked in order. Means these are trade binder. Means we can shove those in the trade binder. Or rather, put them in the stack of stuff to get shoved into the trade binder. Also means... Oh, stretch. We've got all the stuff for this taken care of. The only thing that could be left would be going through the actual pulls we had from the commander set. Where those are... Is that what these are? Hey! That's what we've got here. Except some of these are from the list. Alright, so we're going to start off by separating anything from the list. I have decided to just start pulling everything from the list together into one place. because it's just so much easier that way. Because they on their own they just end up taking up a bunch of space. That's from the list. That is from the list. List, 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 list. Commander, list. List, commander, list. All right. That's a whole boatload of stuff from the list. Some of which is Secret Lair X for Street Fighter. Street Fighter's in there. Okay. So white, blue, black, multicolor, 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 white, black, red, white, hey. Artifact. That's actually from the list. That's actually from the list. Those are from the list. Jeez. As you can see, like, even just sorting through the stuff, it ends up being messy really fast. Okay. Synth pod. Chess. X-plate. Those. Monument. Okay. Borderless Kemba's Banner. Borderless Norn's Decree. 3 Suns or Sky Hunter Strike Force. That needs to be 2 and 1. Okay. That. 1 Tangleweave Armor. 1 Lux Artillery. 1 Urtet. 2 Arathi. 1 Vishgraz. 2 different synth pods. Two different monumentals. Alright, Vishgraz is one of the 2 potential commanders. He goes to the back. It's upside down. That is our only copy. I don't know what's up with the connection problems today. What the hell? All right. So 21 goes here. So that one's right side up. This one's upside down to signify there's only one copy. All right. Sorry, Sun's Glory is one of the commanders. Synthesis pod goes right there. That's under 28. That's under 28. That's under 28. Okay. Cool. So synth pod, that is our only copy. It goes upside down as a result. Just Gora, Forge Tyrant. It's our only copy. It goes upside down. For Tet. Go here. That is our only copy. It goes upside down. Monumental Corruption. It's there. It's there because it's a single, not a double. Okay. Thari, Sun's Glory. It's double 4. That technically should be right here. Yeah, right here. 3 should be here. It's right side up because that's 2 copies. Okay. All right. This is going to be interesting. 36? What? What? Why? I'm so confused. Why are the numbers like this? All right, well, 33, 34, right there. That's 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. I see what they did. That's dumb. $36, $37, $38, $39, $40, $41, $42, $43, $44, $45, $46, $47, $47, $48, $49, $50, 50, 51, 52. $53, $54. All right. Now we actually have everything put away from the commander stuff. All right. And now I get to mark this binder to know that it is commander. This is O N C. O N C. Sweet. That is done. All right. We have been going for 2.5 hours. Took a break. Connection keeps dropping. Keep getting everyone booted. So, we've gotten to a great stopping point. I'm very happy with this. And yeah, so we're going to call it a day. Thank you for joining me on the stream. Thank you for joining me on this adventure. As always, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. It's the best way to help to help the channel for free. If you want to support the channel financially, we do have a Patreon. It's in the About page of the channel. It gives access to like our Discord and some other cool perks, including like rare sheets and a few other odds and ends that I'm working on. And higher levels actually get some of my time personally. There are coaching options available, so just something to consider. Yeah, so that's a thing. Beyond that, until next time, stay awesome. We'll see you in the next one.